My name is Paul Souza. I'm the Regional Director for the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service in our Pacific Southwest region, which includes all of California and Nevada, and also the Upper Klamath Basin in Oregon, so we have the entire Klamath Basin. I'm a native son of the Bay Area, born and raised in Alameda. This refuge also was created in the same year that I was born. So in many ways, we've grown up together. For me, I grew up in a family that loved the outdoors. So we spent our vacations camping, and then again, being so close to the beach in the San Francisco Bay myself, I always had it in my backyard. California is just a beautiful place. So I think the people here value that. And that was a part of me. It was ingrained in me in addition to the support that I received from my family in creating my love for conservation. So as I was thinking about what to do professionally, I went to UC Santa Barbara for college. They have a wonderful environmental science program, and I was able to take that passion that I learned at a very young age and channel it into a career, which has been just a wonderful gift and blessing to work in a profession that you truly love and care about. The Fish and Wildlife Service has a passion for conservation. It's a labor of love. People self-select to work in conservation because they love it deeply. Our mission is working with others to protect fish, wildlife, plants, and their habitats for the continuing benefit of the American people. That's what gets us up every day. I like to think of our organization as small but mighty. We're at our best when we're in communities like San Francisco Bay, engaging people, showing them the wonders of the natural world, creating the next generation of leaders. A challenge that is on my mind every day is climate change. In California right now, for example, we have, I think, the worst hydrological year on record just this past year. And this is the third year running. And it wasn't that long ago where we had a similar 3-year drought. We have 40 million people that live in the state of California. And fresh water, clean water is really important to support San Francisco Bay and its community, Los Angeles, the 40 million Californians across this great state. So when we have drought conditions, it puts extraordinary stress on communities. We have to be sure that they have the water they need, but our refuges need water. The Pacific Flyway that relies on our refuge system. Farmers and ranchers need water. We have some of the richest farmland in the world in California's Central Valley. And then on the flip side of drought is catastrophic fire. In California, over the past 5 years, we've seen millions of acres of our forests burn. Just last year, the Dixie Fire, one of the largest in recorded history in California, 1 million acres. So this climate change exacerbated cycle of extreme drought and catastrophic fire gives me great worry. Not only is it hard for people and communities, but it causes significant negative repercussions on the wildlife that we care about, such as migratory birds of many different species, such as salmon, such as smelt species in the San Francisco Bay. There are lots of other threats too. Development pressure is always a challenge. Invasive species are a problem that's here to stay. All of these could be exacerbated by the underlying threat that we're facing from climate change. Some days are tough when we're in the drama of a crisis, like the drought in the West today, or the fires that have plagued particularly the West in so many years of late. Or if you're in Florida, where I spent a lot of my career, and you see Hurricane Ian come in and wreak havoc. We find ourselves in crisis, trying to protect people and communities and the natural world. You can be consumed with the crisis of the moment. So what I tell myself is go back to the mission, go back to those relationships that make the difference in conservation, build bigger coalitions, even with people that historically have disagreed with us, help them be a part of our community. We need to make sure that people understand the importance of places like San Francisco Bay National Wildlife Refuge. They understand the importance of wildlife conservation. They understand that we must together seek a balance in nature that uses the water that we do have in a way that is fair, compassionate, that meets the needs of farms, ranches, cities, towns, and also the natural world. So it requires a level of awareness about the precious nature of water and our natural resources. and for all of us to have the strength and courage to stand for them, to make sure that the natural world receives the protections that it needs in a future that's going to be afflicted by climate change.